Hello, my name is Sean Pavey, and I am presenting my final project progress report for MEMS 5001. My final project is to create the optimal podcast playlist generator. I already explained what the background for this project was and what gave me the idea to start in on it. I explained the significance of the project and why it has a place in the current market. I then explained that my plan was to treat this problem as a time-based version of the knapsack problem, where I was filling a set of time that the user would be able to set beforehand, and I'm filling that time with an optimal podcast playlist where I am minimizing the amount of downtime and maximizing the amount of enjoyment of the shows based off of previous ratings and other factors. I explained that this could be easily implemented in a way that it could crosstalk with other apps. So for instance, instead of a user having to manually go in and enter how much available time they have, this podcast generator could get that time from a Google Maps trajectory. As far as progress goes, I have loaded a set of my podcast data into MATLAB, and I attempted to solve this problem similarly to the way that we solved the homework. However, I have a lot more data than we had in the homework, and I had difficulty optimizing the approach used in the homework and automating it. So I have now veered into using a new approach, which is to have some sort of algorithm that generates a list of feasible combination options and then goes through that list and evaluates what each option is worth based off of the worth of each podcast, how many times a certain show is repeated, and how well that solution set fills the time. And I veered in this direction mainly because I realized that if I wanted to include a minimization of downtime, it's difficult to do that before selecting a set of potential solutions, right? Because that is not dependent only on one data point, but it's dependent on one's choice of multiple data points together. As I go forward with this approach, I am wary of large data sets, and so I might need to look into other options to handle that, or just assume that a user doesn't have too many podcasts that they enjoy. But I could see my solution idea blowing up very quickly for long trips and large data sets. Given these challenges and the fact that I initially thought that this part of my project would be more trivial, I might not have time to develop a full implementation of this idea into an app, but at least I could optimize the bare bones idea of how this generator would work.